got a huge CIF Central Division quarterfinal game between the Glendora Tartans and the Colony Titans. Now this is definitely a rematch of last year's second round game when Colony beat Glendora 41-27. Now if you do remember in that game, Matt Fink was suffering from an ankle injury that happened a few weeks prior to playoffs, but tonight he comes here and he is healthy along with the rest of the Glendora team. The Glendora Tartans come here tonight after defeating South Pasadena last week 34-0, making their overall record now 10-1, and they have won the past 7 straight games in a row. Meanwhile, Colony comes here tonight after barely beating Kaiser in a very close game, 23-19, making their overall record now 8-3, and they too have won the past 7 games in a row. Colony are the defending Central Division champions tonight, and they are hoping to have the same thing happen that did happen last year, but Glendora has a different game plan in mind. Tom Kiss has more for us.
Thanks, Courtney. You know, tonight's blustery conditions, who is that going to really help tonight? Both of these teams both have great quarterbacks. We've talked about Matt Fink all season long in the San Gabriel Valley area, but out here in the Inland Empire, it's Josh Thompson. Yes, Josh Thompson, same guy who was injured last year but came back at the end of the season. He has 2,477 yards passing, 24 touchdowns, also a dual threat with 400 yards rushing. Right behind him, he'll be handing off to G.R. Wade. He has 919 yards rushing, 9 touchdowns. Also look for one of his other guys that he's going to be looking for, Marcos Valencia. And of course, we can't forget Khalil Dorsey. Yes, the Central Division's Player of the Year last year. He'll be looking to get another CIF championship here in his senior season. As far as Glendora goes, their offense runs around, as we said before, Matt Fink. But remember, Griffin Herrera, Andrew Montano, running backs will help out. Also, watch out for Corey Taylor and the variable that they'll have, Tyler Schoenig. Those guys, the offensive leaders for Glendora. Courtney, it's going to be a great game. Back to you.
Thanks, Tom. A lot of the players took to Twitter this week how excited they were for tonight's matchup. Corey Taylor took to Twitter early on during the week saying that he wouldn't want it any other way against Colony and that they're going to get it done for the boys last year. #rematch. Now, the winner of tonight's game will advance to the semifinals next week and play the winner of the Charter Oak Monrovia game. But first, let's check out the highlights.
Her final playoff action, warm Santa Ana wind saw a November game temp of 75 degrees. The challenge was, would the cheerleaders be able to hold up the run-through banners with gusts that reach almost 30 miles an hour? Colony is going to get the ball on offense first, and it's going to throw a curve at Glendora. Khalil Dorsey played quarterback on the first series and broke off this big run. It's going to get negated by a late flag that came in. Penalties really hurt Colony on the night. They were held without a score. Then Glendora gets the ball back. Matt Fink is going to lead the ground game. This run is going to take them down to the 3-yard line in the red zone. A few plays later, he's going to run it in for a touchdown. 7-0 lead on the reverse angle. You could see how the blocking up front, he goes right down the middle into the end zone. Josh Thompson would also try his hand at the running game, but this too was negated by a penalty. 13 penalties on the night for the Titans. That wasn't going to help him at all. Then Thompson is going to go back to pass on this play. You can see the holding call right there. Thompson goes back to pass. He's going to get sacked by David Label, and that's going to stop a drive right there for the Titans. Second quarter action, Glendora driving. Matt Fink is going to get this down to the 2-yard line. Next play, poor exchange, or Dallas Terrion breaking this up. He's going to recover the fumble for Colony. On the next play, Jair Wade, he's going to fumble. Somewhere in that sea of bodies, Glendora has recovered. And then Matt Fink, back to pass, hits Montano on the wheel route into the end zone. You can see it from the reverse angle. Perfect route, perfect pass. Glendora up 14-0 at this point. But the quiet Colony offense was only going to stay quiet for so long, and they were about to make some noise. Thompson is going to hit Khalil Dorsey on this swing pass. Makes a great cut at the line of scrimmage, and he is gone. 80 yards. Nobody's going to catch him with the speed. You see it on the reverse angle. You see the cut back the other way. Gets out into the open field. That's why he was the Central Division's MVP last year, folks. That explosiveness can turn a game around. And at this point, it is 14-7. The Colony D forces a punt. Thompson back to pass, throwing deep. And that's going to be picked up by, yes, Matt Fink, playing DB in the game. With his athleticism, he gets it all the way back to midfield. That's why he's going to USC, folks. Colony again would hold, and once again, Thompson back to pass off the hands of Marcos Valencia. This time, Samuel Fecto intercepts. 21 seconds left in the half. Montano is going to give Glendora a 14-point lead. Second half action. Thompson back to pass once again, throwing long, and yes, Matt Fink. Second interception of the night. We go to the fourth quarter now. Matt Fink about to score. Fumbles at the 2-yard line. Colony. The defense recovers in the end zone. They drive down the length of the field. Josh Thompson looking to the back of the end zone is going to hit Khalil Dorsey. Beautiful catch. He bobbles it. It's a touchdown. 2 minutes and 39 seconds left. 21-14 Glendora. Glendora gets the ball back in great field position after the ball went out of bounds on the onside kick on 3rd and 14 with 1:14 left. Matt Fink, instead of running out the clock, runs it into the end zone. The Tartans put the game away and win 28-14.
I am here with head coach Jerry Llewellyn. Jerry, congratulations. A huge win for your team tonight, especially how things worked out last year. What needed to be done to come out tonight and execute?
No, we just had to have a great week of practice, which we did. I was very happy with that part of it, and I think that set the foundation for tonight.
Now, I have to talk about putting Matt Fink on defense. How do you think that benefited the overall game?
Well, obviously it had an impact because he had 2 interceptions, but I just think as a collective group, it took all 11 guys on the field, and really it took that offense is very complicated, and it took our scout team. They had a great effort this week for us.
Next week, you advance to semifinals against Charter Oak. What can we expect for Glendora? Obviously, a W is on the game plan,
Sure.
But what can we see on the field?
No, I just think anytime our kids are going to play hard, we're going to play with great enthusiasm, great effort, and we're just going to show up and see what happens.
I am here with quarterback Matt Fink. Matt, congratulations. A huge win for your program tonight. What needed to be done to come out and get the W because things didn't turn out too well last year?
You know what? We had some changes on defense. Obviously, I was playing corner. But basically that was it. We came out, we did our game on offense and on defense, and if we executed, that's what's going to happen. So I'm just proud of each and every one of my guys, and I just want to enjoy this win.
Now I have to bring up you playing defense because when I talked to you last year against Ayala, I asked you, is there anything that you can't do? And you said play defense. Tonight you came out and you did that. What did you do to make sure you executed?
It's funny that you remember that. Actually, I appreciate that.
Of course I remember.
Well, I don't know. I guess now that I'm a senior, guys have left, last year. I just needed to step up, and help out my team in any way possible, So I just came out, I did the best I could, and, we pulled together.
Next week, semifinals against Charter Oak. What can we expect from Glendora when you all take the field?
We're going to come out and we're going to bang. I don't know what else to say. We got the greatest team in SoCal. I don't even say that without a doubt. I just love each and every one of my guys. They work harder than anybody I've ever seen. And we're going to go back to work. I
am here with Cole Mraz. First off, congratulations. A huge win for this program. How important was it for you guys to come out strong tonight, especially with how things turned out last year?
We had an amazing week of practice. It was incredible. Our coaches, they spent so much time working for us. They drew up the greatest game plan we could ever ask for. We executed in practice every day that we could, and we came out and gave it our hearts. We gave everything left on the field.
How do you feel being able to help contribute to your team's huge victory tonight by sacking the quarterback multiple times?
It's an amazing feeling. Everybody gives their best effort, and just big plays happen, and it's something that's incredible.
Next week, you guys do advance to semifinals. You will be taking on Charter Oak. What needs to be done to get that W?
That's a tough team. Our offense just needs to keep doing what they're doing, and our defense keeps stopping. Colony is a great team, and for us to hold them to 14 points, whatever it was, that's just incredible.
I I am here with senior David Label. David, congratulations. A huge win for this program. Walk me through everything that's going through your mind right now.
It's just absolute chaos right now. I mean, last year, all I can think about is last year, my seniors last year, how emotional we got after this game on the same field in the same round of the playoffs. And the reason we lost last year is because we didn't have that great of a game plan on defense, and we couldn't really execute against their offense. And this year, I feel like their offense was even better, but our defensive coaches put in work over this last week, and we had one of the best game plans I've ever seen in my life, and we just were able to shut them down. It worked out.
So going off of having one of the best game plans for tonight, what can we expect next week against Charter Oak?
A very up-tempo game with a lot of scoring done. Our defense has to step up and stop their guys. We were able to do that more than most teams they've played when we played them before, but our offense needs to step up, and I think we can do it.
I am here with Andrew Montano. First off, congratulations. Talk to me about this huge win tonight.
It was a great win, much needed. It's something that we've been wanting to do for a long time, and I'm so happy that we were able to finally accomplish what we've been dreaming about, It's great.
Now, we have to talk about last year because you were here on this field exactly 1 year ago in the second round, and things didn't turn out too well for you guys. What had to be done in order to take home the W tonight?
Well, we just had to work a lot harder than we did last year. We had some injuries, some people out, and now we're as healthy as can be, and it's amazing what this team can do when we're all healthy. We all work together. It's great.
So working all together, they did set you up for some huge plays tonight. You had 2 incredible touchdowns for your team. How can we use that next week against Charter Oak?
Sure. The O-line does a great job every week. They continue to get better, and it's just the O-line, I think, in my opinion.
And what can we expect from you next week?
Just for me to play my hardest. It could potentially be my last week. I don't know, but I think Charter Oak's got something for them.
The final score of tonight's game was 28-14. Glendora with a huge win over Colony. Glendora does advance to the semifinals next week, where they will be playing Charter Oak at Citrus College. From Colony